apologize to the audience, but we're gonna go back again to the beginning. So this is a World Cup edition, uh, Football Unfiltered. As you can see, we all in the same room. We all down in Atlanta. We all came down to watch Haiti, Morocco. And if you've been watching the Football Unfiltered for the longest, you know we're from Haiti. We're big Haiti supporter, and it was great to watch the game live for the first time. Watching Haiti after 52 years. Obviously, none of us were born 52 years ago, but that was an emotional game, and I got to bring my son here, who's also plays soccer. He's 10 years old, so he got to experience a World Cup for the first time at 10 years old. So I'm very excited. I was very excited about it, and I was excited to share that experience with him. So, Mateo, I'm gonna ask you that question again. How was your first World Cup experience? It was good. So, what did you like about it? Um, I liked um um I don't know. Don't be shy. Did you like did you like the way that the possession that we have at the beginning of the game when we all were with the whole fans, yeah, and the entire, yeah. I liked how when like the Haitians celebrated, like there was a guy behind us that was going crazy.
That was Reggie, right?
He like took his shirt off and then just started jiggling his belly.
That was not Reggie, by the way.
Yeah. Typical Haitian. Hey, you know what? That was a big moment. The two previous game, we didn't score any goals, and to be able to score those two goals, and especially the second goal from Isidore was a beauty. So far I would say that so far in this World Cup, it's my number one goal in the World Cup. So anyway, it was a beautiful thing, and the emotion, that went to it. So Ali, you know, we know how much we love Haiti, man, and yesterday we went to all kind of emotions. Can you describe to me all the emotion you went to throughout the game?
Oh man, it was priceless. I went from being prideful,
Yeah.
being joyful, being angry, being sad, being excited. It's like this back and forth between the games. Like first of all, you go to that game expecting that, hoping for the best, but you don't know what's gonna happen, what the outcome is gonna be, and I had the privilege to be with my friends, my brothers, and my son. And that was my first World Cup game. Honestly, I will never forget that. And I think what touched me the most was hearing my son scream his lungs out,
Yeah.
every time that we scored. And he was like so happy and so excited. He was telling me throughout the game, man, thank you, Papa, for bringing me. And it didn't matter at the end. Yes, we lost the match 4-2, but I think he will cherish those moments for the rest of his life, and I feel the same way.
No, that's great, man. Reggie, what's going on, man?
Well, I came to this game. This is the third game. I only came to that's the third game. I only came to this one. And I had friends that went to all three of them. And for this game, I only had one expectation. I wanted to be able to cheer for one goal. I know we were not playing
To qualify.
to qualify to go to the next stage. I just wanted one goal, and I had two. I was more than happy. I screamed for the first one. I screamed even louder for the second one. We went to the halftime on a tie. And I was like, at this point, I had another friend of mine, good friend of mine, Smokey. He said all he wanted was for Haiti to have 1 point. Even if we don't go to the next stage, at least we scored a point compared to last time. And I think at that moment, I was really happy. Toward the end, yep, we folded, but overall, I got to experience screaming for Haiti being on top. I took a couple of pictures of the score while we were on top, so I could remember that. 4-2, I'm okay. I've been happy. It's been a great time.
So speaking of Smokey, man, big shout out to Smokey, man. Smokey's been great, and then Smokey Day don't lie, yeah, man, by the way. That was very good. But not Kite de Basa on what time it was. But anyway, Martin, you know, obviously we talk about the two previous game of Haiti, and you kind of I don't know if it's you or Ale kind of talk about how emotional Haitians are, and it's either we with you or without you. So if you're looking at Haiti performance over the last three games, so looking forward, what are the things that you think Haiti, the national team, should be focusing
Ooh, it's a loaded question. I think should keep the momentum on. I will say that we criticize a lot the coach
on? Yeah.
for the last week and a week and a half. He took a lot of blows from us,
Mm-hmm.
but overall, if you're looking at basically the big picture,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's personally, that's me talking here. I was pleasantly surprised by our performance in general. Honestly, I wasn't expecting the team to be that good.
Yep.
And we have to understand something else too. There's a lot of players who basically that we plug in lately. Like example, Isidore. He basically came in national team like what?
After the qualification.
There you go, exactly stuff like that. So the and the team itself, right? The way they gel, we have to keep it. And I think the coach, even though there's some questionable calls, there's questionable like how do you call it? When you
Tactical errors.
if you want to call it that
Yeah.
way, for sure. But overall, he did a pretty good job. So again, now the question is with Haiti is always a follow up. Okay,
Yeah.
are they gonna be able to keep the team? Are they gonna be able to? We need to play more. Games. Need to go and scout a lot of other players because there's a lot of young players that basically are in Haiti or outside of Haiti. So that's the thing. For me, it's always a follow up. I mean, are we going to basically keep that momentum? Because now we know we have a team. That was the first welcome after 52 years, and I'm expecting them to be able to go to the in 4 years to be basically part of the next World Cup in 20. I mean, I don't know 2030, right? And in 2030, I hope this time around we will be able to get at least one or even 3 points. You know what I mean? So we still have to be able to know where we were today, and in 2030, in 4 years from now, there has to be some kind of progression, right? So that's I don't know if I'm answering the question, but that's pretty much what has to be the goal for Haiti.
No, got it. Hey, we got a coach over here. We got Ale over here. Ale, Texas. Ale's been helping us with the sound system.
I apologize for that.
So Ale, obviously Ale is a carry Haiti in his heart, and then he's been to multiple Haiti games as well too. Actually, he's from Canada. So Ale, what you think? What was your best experience? Especially from that game.
No, but honestly, it was everything. Like before, getting a chance to meet you guys, we've seen each other a bunch of times, but seeing like the whole crowd, like the march to get to the stadium, seeing all the Haitian people getting interviewed by other Haitian podcasts, seeing like everybody together, being loud in the stadium, like I can see. You heard that the whole game.
Yeah.
And then the big moment for me was honestly like singing the anthem.
Yeah.
Like at the game, like you always see that with other countries, but then being there, singing it, and then honestly like the goals, like it was like a close game in the first half.
Yeah.
I think the whole experience, I think it's great for them, like seeing this, that that's the next generation that they see that it's possible, and then for sure, like they say, like, the progression after is going to be amazing to see. So it was like the whole during the game, after the game, stuff like that. The after parties, which we won't talk, but everything was a great day.
No, that's great, man. Really, I know that you're a coach, man. I know Marte kind of talk about the coaching perspective, and I'm gonna have Ale have his say on the coaching too. I know he's been biting his lips, so wanted to say that. So from a coaching standpoint, I know you coach as well. You play the game as well. So what are the things that you think that kind of hurt us going into this World Cup? Not going into this World Cup, performing in that World Cup from a coaching standpoint.
Well, we got to be realistic. Like first of all, the draw for the group, it was a tough group. We have to admit it. Like playing Brazil, Morocco, they are pretty tough teams. So I think that approaching those games maybe weren't the smartest tactical decisions during the game. Maybe we didn't change, we didn't adapt while the game was going on.
Yep.
But tell you the truth, like if we're playing those teams, we were lacking experience. Yeah, we got to admit that we were lacking experience against these big teams. So to see them play the way they played the last game against Morocco, I feel very encouraged because I felt that they made a progression during the tournament.
Yep, they got better.
And scoring 2 goals against Morocco is a tough thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
Brazil only scored once the first game against them, so it's a tough thing to do. Taking the lead 2 times, I think we just need to be a little bit more defensive oriented for the next World Cup. But I think overall, I like the progression of the tournament.
No, I agree with you, man. I no, you absolutely right. You know, everybody, we have 12 million people in Haiti, and all 12 million people are coaches. Everybody knows that this is what needs to happen. But at the same time, it's very hard to coach out of World Cup. Especially when you said it right, when you don't have the experience, you have an experienced coach. Obviously that was his first time as the lead coach for a team, and then you don't have. I mean, you got players, and I think Martin kind of pointed that out. You got a lot of players like we plug in later and enter the team. And I'm not saying that was a bad thing, but you have all this. Obviously, all those guys are playing their first World Cup ever. And there's one thing, and I'm glad that you guys are talking about the emotions coming to the game as a fan. Imagine all the emotions of the players are going to. This is a World Cup. You see your name, you see everything. I mean, even the best teams that used to go to World Cups, they still crash out in the first round. I mean, we're looking at Germany. I know they're doing better this tournament, but the last 2 tournaments they crash out in the first round. So it happens to even to the best. I mean, 2002, Argentina crashed out in the first round. So we talk about the stress, the weight you carry on your shoulder. Like you represent the entire nation, right? So all these things happen, and you still have to play a game. You still have to be perfect. You're still gonna play against the best of the world. And we saw that against Brazil. We were playing good for 10 minutes, and then the first mistake that we make, they make us pay. That's what happened when you play against that type of quality. So I know you've been wanting to say something about the coach, man. So what can Alan say? What can Alan add to this?
No, I think you guys honestly are pretty factual. I mean, let's not kid ourselves, right? We didn't expect Haiti to come and win the World Cup or even make it to the second round. But what I will say is our players are very talented.
Mhm.
They've got a lot. First of all, they never played in Haiti. They never went to Haiti. We made it to the World Cup because we were able to play outside of our country, right?
Yep.
So it was a unique task. It was a huge task for the coaching staff to even be there, right? So I'm going to give credit to the entire coaching staff and also the teams. What I will say is when you go and you're facing a Brazil, a Morocco, and Scotland, and you have everything on the line, I feel like at first we came across a bit scared. I feel there was some fear, and it took us some time to really get our game. Yesterday I was there and I saw how the team played.
Yeah.
It's the same players, same level of talent, but I felt like the confidence really wasn't there from a coaching staff perspective. And I feel like that's where there's opportunity to improve.
Yeah.
And I wish that hopefully there's going to be other tournaments next year. If they can keep those guys together and then we can learn from past mistakes. And I feel like we probably will get better results. So it's a learning phase. I feel like we need to be more aggressive, build confidence, build chemistry, and hopefully we'll get better results.
Mateo, you're 10 years old. And in 4 years you'll be 14. In 8 years you'll be 18. Have you made up your mind who you want to play for?
Yeah.
Okay. So maybe we talk about it before we All right. No, that's great. So I think for me, and Reggie, I'm gonna let you chime in on that. The World Cup for us was a great experience, and we grew up in Haiti, and for us, talking about Haiti and World Cup was a far fetch. Right? We never thought that. I told myself that I never thought in my lifetime I would see Haiti play in a World Cup. So to be able to experience that, and like I said earlier, to be able to experience with my own kid and my own family, that's something, and also my parents to experience that moment with my parents, that is very good. So what I want to see from the World Cup, I know Monte kind of alluded to that, the progression, what we're gonna do next, right? Everything is good. It's all about what's the next phase, right? And me personally, I think that the team that we will do very good in the World Cup is the 2034 team, because I feel like 2030 we still got the now Mexico and USA and Canada. They're gonna be back in the qualification, so this is gonna be very tough. And then you got team like Costa Rica that struggle going into that did not qualify. Now those guys gonna regroup. And also we thought about it. You got team like Canada, now they went to their first. They went to also to the World Cup, Curacao. Now those teams, this is what we're going to be facing. Jamaica. I mean, I'm talking about team that actually went to the World Cup. Those guys gonna be like, hey, they'll be like, okay, we went to the World Cup. We know what we need to do. So I think for us, for me, what I think is very important to us is obviously we know all the Haitian in the diaspora, playing abroad or young kids. That's why I kind of asked Mateo that question is having to experience Haiti play, and I saw a lot of families, like people with young kids at the stadium, and having all those kids feel that and feel that pride to be Haitian, at least be associated with Haiti. Now you want those kids to be like, hey, you know what? They made the World Cup 2 years, couple years ago. We can go back again. I want to be part of it. So I feel like that's the exposure I thought that we got from this World Cup, is the fact that the next generation, they feel more, hey, let me get involved with it. I say myself, if that team would have made the World Cup when I was that young, I probably would have taken soccer more seriously, because I know that there's the future there. But it is what it is. So that's why I want to make sure that this World Cup opened up the eyes for a lot of parents, or also from a lot of kids or young kids. Also, shout out to the U17 national team. They also made it to the U17 World Cup. Now you're gonna have those kids with experience. Now they're gonna be playing World Cup. They're gonna be playing for the qualification. That's what I'm hoping to see, to be like we build on that and go from there. So Reggie, you've been very quiet. What other thing that you want to add when it comes to Haiti before we change the chapter to the other team we got going on in the World Cup?
Yep. I'm gonna say that I was very skeptical. I remember a couple of Sundays ago we had this show, and you had asked me what was my expectation for Haiti, and I told you that I had watched the qualifiers before it got critical for us to get in, but I did not watch the qualifiers, the last game where we actually made it, and I did not watch the friendlies. The Haiti that I've watched back then compared to the Haiti that I watched playing against Scotland, playing yesterday live, are two different teams. That inspired me. I think we have a lot of potential. The way, and we have to understand the amount of difficulties that that team has to go through, because they don't play at home ever, right? Most of the players come from different countries, get together in some foreign land that they call home, right? When they do playing home or away, or home is never home. It's always somewhere else. And so every time I watch that team, sometimes I got frustrated watching their ball possession, two passes and losing the ball. I used to get so mad and frustrated. And against Scotland and against Morocco yesterday, I saw hope. I saw that, man, we have a team that I can be proud of. Um, I know that I'm gonna go back to Bloomington, which is where I live, where my friends have been texting me all weekend, telling me we're rooting for you. Although, man, we were ranked 48 out of 48 from whichever had that ranking,
Maybe
and
Claude.
whoever had that ranking,
Yeah.
and I did not expect a whole lot. And I'm telling you, despite the fact that we lost, I felt like, man, we have a team, and I know that before I leave this earth, we are going back to this. We are coming back to this World Cup, whether or not FIFA allows more teams or not. I have a feeling that we're gonna see, like you said, more players that are um, joining from Haiti with Haitian background, being inspired by this team. I think that's really what this team is going to do. It's going to inspire kids to want to come back and play for their home country and finish what the Grenadier of this year, 2026, started. So I'm super inspired. I don't want to even be emotional because it's a little emotional, man. It's been, I mean, now my heart is going back to Germany, as you guys know.
There you go.
I'm a German fan. I'm going to Germany now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, that was quick, right?
But yeah,
Hitting the line is that quick.
but yeah, that team inspired me, and I know that yeah, there's a lot of hope and a lot of future. So I'm super inspired.
No, that's good, man. So I know we talk about Haiti, but one thing I would like to say before we move to the we have other teams playing the World Cup right now. I wanna say a special shout out to the Haitian team, the Grenadier. Thank you for making a dream. It was great to watch you guys, and you guys are all heroes for the country, and then you guys are the positivity that the country needed. And then you can see it also with the union of all the unity that we saw yesterday, with all the Haitian. It doesn't matter if you were from Atlanta, if you were from Florida, or if you were from Haiti. Everybody was together, right? And that was a beautiful sight, and it was a beautiful scene. We get to dance a little la before and after the game, and it kind of brought us back back to Haiti. And for me personally, it's sad that I wasn't in Haiti to enjoy that moment with fellow Haitian, but I think I got. So thank you guys. We're not Ziala, so that was great, man. So
You
go
have
ahead,
to
Martin.
mention too. You have to thank the coaching staff.
No.
It's very important. We have basically got to thank the coaching staff. They took a lot of heat, but at the end of the day, they were important and they did a pretty good job.
Yeah.
Right. So
Oh, good. So let's flip the channel now. All right, let's flip the page. I mean, Haiti is out.
Oh, so
Yeah, go ahead.
I talked about Germany earlier. I was trying to flip the channel a little bit.
Yeah.
You guys got on me. Now we want to flip the channel. All right, let's go.
Let's flip the channel or the page, however we want to call it. So I'm gonna ask for the group back there, man. Have you guys been watching the World Cup? If you want to rank number 1, 2, and 3 teams, how are you gonna rank them based on what you've seen so far? So
Let's get closer, guys, so we can see you.
yeah,
We don't see
I'm gonna go first. What
come
I've seen right
a
now,
little bit closer, man.
like you gotta say, France was very impressive. I was there at the first game, France Senegal. This team can turn this machine on whenever they want. So I'm gonna put France number one. I'll go just as close as they can. And Argentina, I'll put them number two because they are the reigning champions. They are playing like reigning champions. Messi looks in very good form. So I'll put them number two. And if I have to choose a number three team, I'll go with Spain because Spain has maybe one of the most talented teams in the World Cup.
Mm-hmm.
I think that making the tie the first game was a wake up call for them.
Yep.
So I think it woke up the beast a bit for that team. So I'll put Spain number two for me. That's my ranking.
Ale, What you want to add to that?
No, I
I'm
think
gonna go Alan Long.
No,
I'm gonna
sorry.
go to Levy after that.
The technical difficulty.
Yeah.
Those were like the boring segments. What I really liked with the World Cup when they opened with all the different teams is seeing all the smaller nations like Haiti. What I like now is Cap Verde. Crazy story so far that they're still fighting and they have a chance to make it.
Yeah.
I like the Congo as well, fighting, having a chance to make it, and seeing teams that we don't see like often. And now, for example, Norway, it's even though they're in a tough group, like I think tomorrow they have a big game against France. But seeing like a nation that usually doesn't really win and it's all good vibes. You see like people rowing in the subway of New York. So that's what I want to see, and that's why it's surprising. And they're scoring goals. It's fun games. So those are the three teams so far. That
We said your third teams?
Cap Verde, Congo, and Norway.
No.
So you think Norway's in a hard group, man? They only played one. They now be playing one good team in France. The other two
No, they
teams.
played Senegal.
Senegal's not bad.
Champions of Africa. Champions of Africa.
Senegal has some internal problems, man. That Senegal team was not a good team, man. It was not a good team. They have the talent. Obviously, they won the AFCON. You know, but when they came in,
No, I'm not getting into it.
they won it. They won it, right? They won it. They won it on the field, right? I mean, Brian Diaz missed that PK. I mean, they won it on the field. So what I'm saying is, I mean, when you're looking at Senegal, man, I mean, they were not. I mean, I heard some stories. Obviously, I don't want to get into any type of conspiracy theories or not things are not factual, but they had some internal problem that they were facing, and I think that take away the focus from the World Cup, and they were. You can tell that it was a distracted team. Just the way they performed, they could have done better.
But they got a goal scoring machine, Norway. Holland. He's genetically built for that.
No, you're right. You're right. But I think we will see more. We will know more about Norway when they play France. I think that's how we're gonna know how they do because that's gonna be the best competition. And as they get ready for the second round, because it's gonna be either they both have 6 points.
Yeah.
So tomorrow's game is gonna decide who finished first or second, and they're gonna find out. Because hey, right now we go to second round or third playoff. Now we're gonna see what teams are made of, right? So right now, I call it a surviving in advance, and a lot of teams they get the result that they need to get to move to the next round. But now now the depth gonna be very important. Now you're gonna see the quality that's where you're gonna see all those things. But you say you're gonna you're gonna keep rooting for the underdog.
The passion of the small nation.
Yeah.
You can't beat that. You can't beat that.
A good underdog story, man, make fun, man, and make it like a movie.
It's always fun.
Yeah, for the World Cup. So, Monte,
Yes, sir.
you talked about Argentina,
France,
France, Spain. Obviously, nobody talk about Brazil. Okay, Mateo saying what Mateo talk. What you got for Brazil?
Are you asking everyone for their three teams?
No, I'm gonna. Mateo, what you said about Brazil?
Um, they're like one of the best nations that are playing right now. And
So you got Brazil winning the World Cup?
Yeah.
Okay.
and I was surprised that Ancelotti put Neymar in
Why you were surprised?
because I knew he didn't want to pick Neymar. The fans wanted Neymar.
Agreed.
yeah, he's right.
Agreed.
So okay, Reggie, before you beat me, man, who was your top?
What's on you? You're gonna talk.
No, we're gonna go with Marty. It's gonna
I
be
got
more
you.
in
I
depth.
got you.
Yeah.
Remember when Didi said Dylan?
Yeah.
Germany. Those are my top three teams.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. My heart is with Germany. I see you guys are trying to be.
What was
leading.
Germany's last result? You just found out a couple hours ago.
Yeah, well, guess what?
Okay.
When I got mad that Germany was losing against Ecuador or whatever, you guys said they don't need to win. That's the reason. you guys convinced me. That's fine. But Germany. I have no other teams. Um, Personally, I'm not really happy with the way the team is playing. Not necessarily this game, but the game before when they lost, they got scored on in the last whatever minute of the game that I was watching. Um, Young team. I've followed Germany for a long time. Personally, do I think they have a chance to win it all? I'm dreaming. I'm gonna keep dreaming. My first team right now, based on me watching them live, is France. France feels stuck. I said it a couple of weeks ago, and I'm gonna say it again. Mbappe and his squad is a force to reckon with. When you watch this guy running live, he's a gazelle. His understanding of the game, his speed, and the level of talent that this team has. I don't think anybody else has it. But just as a fan, I'm gonna say Germany, Germany, Germany. Those are my top three teams.
Okay. Smarte,
Sir,
let's go, man. What you got?
I think, listen, France, Argentina, Spain, it's very good ranking. I mean, there's nothing to say.
That's right.
Yeah, it's right now based on what we saw so far. Uh, Maybe Spain, you could question basically why we put it as number three, but or in the top three. But we know the quality of the team. We know that Yamal was injured, he came back, so the team's gonna change, and yeah, they're gonna go back being Spain. So other than that, we can talk about dark horses. Like me personally, I'll say we need to watch out the Dutch. The Netherlands are a very good team, and they could surprise a lot of people. Um, Other than that, Germany is a good team, but in Brazil, we talk about Brazil. I don't think they're at that level so far right now. I really don't think they're at that level.
I disagree with that, man.
I don't.
But okay, yeah, keep talking.
The thing with Brazil is very simple for me.
Yeah.
There's two things.
Yeah.
Midfield, unfortunately, because Casemiro is. It's not Casemiro like 3 or 4 years. I mean,
it's not
it's
Casemiro, Real
it's not the
Madrid.
same guy.
Yeah.
It's not the same guy from Real Madrid. Right now, I think he's a little bit too old. So then, unfortunately, they do not have any replacement. Somebody else basically who can play that role. So they have to go with him. He has a lot of experience, but I think, like I said, he's not at that level right now. The other guy, Guimaraes, is okay, but he's not in the. Let's be honest, he's a good player, but it's not like a generational player or something like that. So
It's not the Emerson of the past.
there you go.
Yeah.
Then the not the wingers, but the guy. I mean, like the Roberto Carlos. I mean, with that position. How do you call those big guys?
Fullback.
The fullback.
Yeah.
They're terrible. I mean, that we can all agree. Danilo and the other guy. I mean, come on. They don't have it. They don't have a fullback. So the only thing for Brazil is like you are basically relying on your star player. Right now, you only have one. You have Vinicius.
Yeah.
So you are basically expecting him to go in full beast mode every game to basically to win the game. It's not possible. I don't think it's
so
possible.
hold on. So who have been scoring on Argentina?
It's different. No, it's not the same. It's not the same.
What do you mean it's not the
it's
same?
not the same.
So you think
because
Messi out of this Argentina team? What do you think?
well, you still have Lautaro Martinez. It's very good. No, hold on. He's an elite player.
Yeah.
He's basically the top goal scorer in Serie A. You have Julian Alvarez. I don't even have to say more more about Alvarez. You know, it's a top player.
Yeah.
And they have a team. They have a style of play. They know exactly what they're doing. They've been playing for the longest time. So they have cohesion. So it's when you're looking at Argentina, it was playing right now compared to Brazil. It's not the same thing. I mean, come on, it's not the same thing. Brazil has a foundation, right? Because they have those two. Defense. Marquinhos, and they have Gabriel.
Yeah.
Those two are elite. You have an elite goalkeeper. You have an elite player at Vinicius, and then you're done. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
That's it.
What anymore?
Yeah, come on. I mean,
No, okay. So, no, let's talk Ale, c'est pas that Brazil. Let him go with the whole Brazil. Uh, uh, what you think about Brazil, Ale? Marte had to say what he had to say. What? I mean, for me, I think Brazil should be part of the conversation. But Ale, that's your team. I'll let you talk.
No, I think Brazil has a lot to prove. I don't think they've generated enough confidence. I don't think the fans truly believe in this team's potential yet. I feel like they have a lot of work to get done. Um, I don't think Neymar is the right guy because he hasn't been playing for over a month here. He's been injured. He's not 100%. I think Morty is correct in the point of his analysis. So I think Brazil is not a true contender. As far as what you guys said about France, Argentina, Spain, the Netherlands, you name it, I think those teams have the potential to even win the World Cup. But there's one team that you guys are not talking about, which is surprising, and that team is USA. How come nobody is talking about the United States of America? Those guys are playing at home. They are playing their best soccer ever. That could be the Cinderella story of the World Cup. You just never know.
Well,
So
yeah, they're close
I
to
think
Mexico too, right?
I think we need to watch the US closely. I think we need to give them the respect that they've earned.
Yeah.
They've earned our respect. Let's see how they play tonight.
Yeah.
Let's see how they make it to the next round. And why not? So I'm putting the US at least in the top six teams to win the World Cup.
I mean, I agree with you. Finally, you give Pochettino his flowers. Because we're gonna go to the VAR of Football Unfiltered. Yeah, we're going to the VAR Football Unfiltered. Ale was very, very.
He heard my feedback.
He heard your.
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Between Portugal and USA, if they're basically playing each other,
Yeah.
which one are you going to play?
Let me put it this way. I'm surprised you guys didn't pick Portugal. I think Portugal. No. I'm surprised you guys did. But when I'm looking at the U.S., when I'm looking at the journey to get there, I think they have an easy way to get there. And let me tell you something. All the team that I've seen play, the U.S. is the most intense team that I've seen. So listen, man. Listen. 2002, South Korea make it all the way to the semifinal.
Mhm.
It's not like they had the best team, but they were playing at home. They have the home crowd, and then they have an easy path to the semifinal. They made it to the semifinal. I mean, but why not the U.S.?
They have a push chance. They do have a chance,
Okay.
right? But you said semifinals. For me personally,
Mm-hmm.
I'll top quarterfinals for me.
We talk about ranking, right? If he said that if you rank the team going to the same in the top 10 right now, going in around the second round, why not the
You
US?
could put it up. Okay.
Yeah.
You could put the US within the 10. Yeah, for sure. I get that.
US is six.
I mean, for me, let me tell you something. I think as soccer fans, we fall in love. We fall in love with the past and what team has done. You're right. France has been very impressive. Argentina is playing, and yeah, I know I kind of make fun of you that the fact that Messi is the only person scoring, but I think Argentina as a team, as a collective, is very solid. But I think the third best team, as far as being impressive, is the U.S. U.S.
Yeah, yeah.
I think Spain. We fall in love with the names, but Spain has not been dominant.
I agree.
I mean, they play a terrible team in the second game. I mean, they killed it, but you're right. Maybe the first game was the wake up call. But when you think about it, Spain, I don't feel like they're gelling, and then I don't feel like they're gelling, and I think they're very prone to be upset. They're very prone to be upset, and I don't think that they're going into this work. I mean, the one thing about the World Cup is not the European Championship. It's not like all of a sudden you decided to turn it on. Anybody can take you out because you played against other team that you don't play all the time, and you have a bad game, man, they can beat you. any given time. So I think for me, if you're looking at France first, yes, I agree. You're looking at Argentina, just the way they play. I think the U.S. is the third most impressive team, in my opinion. So, yes, Matilda.
It's my turn.
Yes, go ahead.
I think France is obviously one. Argentina is two. But like Martinez, Lautaro Martinez, and Alvarez need like to improve. And also I think Brazil's three. Vinny is really doing well.
I agree with you.
He's right.
I mean, the one thing I feel like with Brazil, I think Brazil, when you're looking at, if you're looking at the comparison of 2002, Brazil had a slow start. And then they go in the second round and then they start putting things together. So one thing I see with Brazil is, and then the thing that this tournament this year, it's like you're gonna have a round of 32, and I think that game's gonna be like a game for Brazil to kind of open up, and then now they go to round of 16, and then you go to the quarterfinal. I think Brazil is one of those teams. The later they stay in the tournament, they have the quality that they can beat anybody. Because, like we talk about, it's all about the confidence. Once they get the confidence, they have one of the best coach, if not the best coach that we know right now in soccer in Ancelotti. I'm not saying the best international coach, but we talk about pedigree. He's the best coach right now, coaching in the World Cup. You got that coach. You got you. I mean, and then he won with those guys. He won with Vini. He knows how to push the button when it comes to Vini. He gotta know how to push the button when it comes to Neymar. He knows how to coach egos. He knows how to do it. And Neymar, you can see he's very humble coming into this World Cup. And then he knows that, hey, he's more like grateful to be part of the team. You got this guy motivated and then start playing. I'm telling you, man, Brazil, it's one of the team that the more they stay in the World Cup, they're gonna be dangerous. And they might win.
Okay. So as it stands now, Brazil would face Japan if it holds.
Yeah.
Do you even think that they can beat Japan? I'm skeptical.
I mean, you know what? Japan is currently playing Sweden. Sweden lost 5-1 against Netherlands. So Japan, I mean, I don't know, man. I think sometimes, man, I think sometimes I feel like uh, Japan got to play Netherlands on the first game. I always say that the first game in the World Cup is the most difficult game because, it's the first game. You try to get your feet wet. I mean, I mean Brazil, yes. If it was the first game of the tournament, Brazil played Japan, yes. But now they play Morocco. They got tested against Morocco. Obviously against Haiti, it was not a good test. But yesterday against Scotland, that was a statement game. They came. That was a statement game for them. Now they have the momentum. They got Neymar back. I'm telling you, yes, they can beat Japan. What's up, buddy? Okay.
You thought they got tested. They got tested. I didn't watch that game. You said they got tested against Scotland.
Morocco.
Oh,
They got tested against, but I think yesterday against Scotland
it was a statement.
that was a statement game. It was a statement game, and we back. Obviously, we were watching the AD game, so we didn't watch the game. But I think yesterday that was a statement game. It was a 1-0 game. I mean, I said Sweden. Scotland was never in the game. Brazil dominated the game from start to finish. When we looking at the highlight, I didn't see any Scottish highlight, in that game. So Brazil, it was all Brazil. So that's what I'm saying. So I think they use that game. Now they're gonna play Japan. I mean, Japan still think they're gonna play Brazil. When was the last time Japan beat Brazil?
This year,
When?
yeah, friendly.
Friendly, man. I'm talking about the
What are you talking about? Score. Score 1, score 0. How was the score?
I mean,
What's the point of the friendlies if you cannot?
we got teams in the friendly, and then they get
Okay.
killed in the playoffs.
Okay.
I mean, Haiti beat
It's about a matchup, man. It's the matchup. You can play against that team. You can't beat that team. What are you talking about?
You think
Japan won 3-2.
against
I
what?
don't know.
Brazil.
In the friendly.
But they beat Brazil.
This is the World Cup, man. It's different.
Why? It's the same players.
No, it's not the it's not the same tournament.
So are we saying the okay? Let's recenter. Are we saying friendlies don't matter?
No, I'm not saying the friendly. I'm not gonna say that because they beat Brazil in a friendly, and then now
It's the confidence, coach. It's their confidence. They know they beat it once, they can beat it again.
The thing is, for a team like Japan, beating them in a friendly is a very confidence boost. So, but if you put it the other way around, it's like a wake up call for Brazil too. If they lost against them last time, they're gonna be motivated to show them that they're the better nation. So it's a 50-50 game. That's gonna be a tight game for me for sure. Brazil for me is not uncontested contender for a World Cup. For me, they're not. They're not yet.
I'll say think about
game, but they're not there yet.
Yeah, I'll think about what beating New Zealand probably did for the Haitian team, right? I didn't watch that game. I heard about the score, but think about what that probably did for that team going into this World Cup.
Yeah, and then you go into the World Cup, and then you face another tournament, and then you came to reality.
No, man. Why are you making this like you're not looking at things factually, coach?
I'm looking at things factually.
What? So if in 2026 we're sitting here, and nobody is 100% confident that Brazil can beat Japan, Brazil is in trouble. That's what it is.
I think you guys are
10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago, that wouldn't even be the topic of conversation.
That's true.
Okay. Now we're talking about Brazil potentially could lose the game because they lost already against Japan. That's what it is. Those are the facts.
I mean, I agree with you. It might not be like a strong statistic, but it is a statistic. It's something in your head that, okay, yeah, I can't do this.
Yeah.
I played against them. There's no reason for them not to play as hard as they could, and I beat them. Why can't I beat them again?
Haiti could have ended the game 2-2 yesterday, or even score 3-2. There's a lot of ways this game could have gone where the Moroccan were shocked because we built a confidence. There's a lot. When you talk about a confident team, and when those players have nothing to lose, like the Japanese players, you know why I love Japan? Because they play with no fear.
Yeah.
They're not afraid who they're playing against, whether it's Argentina, Brazil, or any European team. They go in, they have a strong culture, and they believe that they can win.
Yeah.
And they play till the end, until they hear the whistles. They don't give silly mistakes like we did yesterday.
Yeah.
You know, they defend, they attack, they counterattack, nonstop. I think Japan is the biggest threat to Brazil.
I mean, guys, I think that you're looking at from a collective and how they play, you said that yes. But when it comes to it, there's a reason the last couple World Cups are won by the same team that always win, right? It's about quality. When things get tight, I don't see anybody in the Japan team who's just going to make a difference. Brazil had those players. Listen, man, when you go to the second round, that's all matters. You have to have quality to do it. Yes, they're probably going to be competitive in the first half, but the second half, Brazil gonna find a way, put Vini 1-on-1 with the guy, and then he score a goal. And all Brazil needs to do, beat them 1-0, survive in advance.
You're talking like old statistics. You're dismissing. I think the issue, the challenger coach. I think because we don't follow Japan. I don't know all the players. I don't know anything.
It's not to follow
Japan has never been a team like a popular team.
Yeah.
Brazil is a sexy team. It's a trendy team. Portugal, Brazil, Spain, Argentina. Those are the teams that people know the players. But the Japanese players, they're not known. They're not known.
It's not about knowing. It's about quality. When it comes down to win big games, you have to have guys who can make the difference.
I'm not calling Japan out.
I'm just saying, you gotta have guys that make the difference.
So you think Vini can make a difference? You think Vini is
Vini
enough to
Vini-
make the difference for Brazil?
I'm telling you, game is tight, 0-0. You go in the 70th minute. You put Vini 1-on-1. Vini's gonna make a difference. Where the Japanese guy.
What if Vini is injured? Let's say Vini is injured. He can't play. What happens next to Brazil?
I mean, even the guy, the number 9.
Rafinha is injured.
No. Yeah, Cunha. I mean, the problem is when it comes to I think, guys, we're looking at this is first round. First round, you get to first round. The second round, you need quality. You need quality, and guys who can make the
Then
difference.
I have a question for you then.
Yeah.
The US, where when things get tight and everything, as you said,
Mhm.
where's the quality?
You got Pulisic.
He's injured.
I mean,
Come on now. Here's the thing.
he's a top player.
It's okay, guys. It's okay, guys.
They got the difference maker. They got Pulisic. I mean, Pulisic is playing in Champions League. You got McKinney. Those guys are playing the Champions League. They play big
Japan,
games.
they have players basically are playing in Europe. They're playing the top league. They're
I'm not saying they're not playing in the top league. I'm talking about guys.
But I think to Alan's point, is it because we don't know them?
We don't know that.
I agree.
That's right. They're not
We do not know them.
I cannot name a single
We didn't
Champions
say-
player.
No, it's not because. And
We
if
do
you
not know them. That's
if
it.
you don't know him, that tells you exactly what you need to know.
No. It's marketing, coach.
It's not marketing
Oh, but how come they make it to the round of 16 all the time?
because of who they play. If you put Japan,
Oh.
if you put Japan,
Facts, like,
okay.
But the thing is,
So you think if Japan was in Haiti group, Japan would have make it? You think if Japan was
I think they're better than Scotland.
okay? You think if Japan was in a Haiti group, you think Japan was gonna be the first team or top two teams? They can't even.
We don't know, man.
I mean, I don't know. They can't even win the group there.
because maybe they lack top quality players, same, but the way they're structured
Yeah.
make them
Okay.
able to beat a team like this.
I'm gonna give you a perfect example. 1994, Brazil against USA. USA had the perfect thing. I mean, they studied every guy's move for 78 minutes. Brazil beat USA only 1-0. Yeah, but what I'm saying is they played a perfect game, and all it takes is Romario had a moment of magic. Even Romario couldn't do anything in that game. Dribble, pass the ball to Bebeto, score 1-0. They move on. They end up winning the World Cup. That's all it takes, man. That's what I'm saying. You gotta have players that can make the difference.
Okay, but okay, I agree. I know I agree.
Yeah.
In general, you're right about it. I'm not gonna question that. But here's the thing: in every World Cup, you always have one or two teams who basically come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Example: 2022, Morocco went to the semifinal. You said it yourself; they went to the semifinals.
Yeah.
South Korea went to the semifinals at some point.
At home.
Yeah, but that's my point. At some, you don't know. There's always one or two teams who basically go ahead and basically beat one of those top teams. Is going to happen eventually at some point. That's one thing. Second thing is players in general got better. Looking at basically those African teams. I mean, they're much better than the 4 or 5 years, 6 years ago, right?
Yeah.
We're looking at South Korea. Well, I'm gonna do the example. South Korea, they have a top player. Son, the guy from Tottenham right now playing in
The MLS.
MLS.
Yeah.
He's a top player. He's an elite player, right? But hey, they basically they
guys,
ain't qualify for the second round.
We talking about a team that can't even win the group, and then we think that team is gonna be the one who's just gonna make noise.
Morocco didn't win their group like 4 years ago. He didn't win the group. Morocco didn't win their group.
Morocco got quality, man. I mean, you guys are talking about
Why are you
Japan.
buying Japan? I don't understand.
I'm
They
not
don't
buying
pay
it.
quality. You think they're not a real team? They're
I
not
think, and then,
I'm with
That's the thing.
you. In general, I am with you, in general. But like I said, there's always one team or maybe two teams where.
it's gonna be Japan, man.
Oh,
I mean, all of you are gonna be disappointed, man.
No. I don't think I'm not even the fan.
Listen,
I'm not dog in this race.
listen. I'm gonna be straight up honest with you. I would love to see Japan beat Brazil, but at the same time, it's not gonna happen.